Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Usman and you are watching Astrological Guidance. In today's video, our topic is monthly prediction of April 2024 for all the Libra Ascendant people. In today's video, we will talk about how we see the month of April for all the Libra Ascendant people astrologically. First of all, we will talk about Sun. For all the Libra Ascendant people, Sun controls your 11th house, and right now Sun is moving in your 6th house in the sign of Pisces, where you had solar eclipse on 8th of April, about which we will talk about later in this video. But right now, we are only talking about being 11th house result in your 6th house. So 11th house will be your friend circle, your professional circle, your elder brother and sister seen from 11th house, your support system is seen from 11th house, your gains in life, how much gains you can accumulate in life is seen from 11th house, your wealth, your accumulated wealth, your because 10th house is represented your work and gains of 10th house is represented by 11th house, because 11th house becomes the second house from the 10th house, so it is the gains of that house. So right now 11th house Lord is moving in the house of court case, litigation, argument, fights, your loans, your daily routine and contents of your work is seen from 6th house. So when your 11th house Lord is moving in your 6th house, Rahu is already moving in your 6th house, so you will get great result regarding your court case, litigation, arguments related matter. You will able to win your enemies, and you will also get support, and you will also get good result regarding your loans related matter. If you are in debt right now, also we can expect these results till 14th of April. After 14th of April, Sun will move from your 6th house to 7th house in the sign of Aries, where Jupiter is already moving. So after 14th of April, you will get great result regarding your, you need to be take care of your ego battle with your spouse. If you are married right now, also we can expect you need to be take care of your relationship and your, when you're dealing with your, you generally meet other people, there are chances you may involve into ego battle due to presence of Sun in your 7th house after 14th of April. But Jupiter is already moving in your 7th house. You may get some type of stable result, get some type of support due to presence of Jupiter in your 7th house, but also you need to be take care of your ego battle with your spouse, with your partnership, and in general when you're meeting with your people, meet other people in the month of April. So we can expect these results from Sun for all the Libra Ascendant people in the month of April. Now let's talk about Mercury. For all the Libra Ascendant people, Mercury controls your 12th house and your 9th house, and right now Mercury is moving in your 7th house. Mercury just moved from your 6th house to 7th house, and Mercury is about to turn into its retrograde motion after 2nd April and will stay retrograde till 25th of April in your 6th house, because when Mercury will turn into its retrograde motion on 2nd of April, Mercury will move from the 7th house to 6th house. So in the month of April, one thing is very important to discuss here is that Pisces and consider as debilitation sign for the Mercury. So when your 12th house and your 9th house Lord will be moving in your 6th house in debilitation sign, you may face some type of difficulty. You may have to face some type of argument with some type of communication related disturbance, because Mercury generally represents communication. Also, your 9th house Lord, 9th house will be your father, your teachers, your mentor, your guide, advisor, your lawyer, your second marriage. And long distance travel is also seen from 9th house. Your religious matter, religious inclination is also seen from 9th house, especially your higher education is seen from 9th house. So 9th house Lord will be moving in your 6th house. 9th house Lord will be moving in its retrograde motion in your 6th house. So you may get some type of good result due to presence of your 9th house Lord in your 6th house, but you need to be take care of your communication related matter, because Mercury is in a retrograde motion in its debilitation sign. But you will also have the support of Venus in your 6th house, because Venus is present in its exalted position. Venus later in this video, but right now we are talking about only Mercury. So 12th house Lord, 12th house is occupied by Ketu after 30th October 2023, as we discussed previously in Rahu Ketu transit video. But in the month of April, Mercury is taking Ketu's energy in your 6th house in retrograde motion. So you will also get the support from your Ketu is already moving in your 12th house. So if you are interested into some spirituality related matter, some space studies, some scientific studies, then we can expect things will be clear to you, and you will easily understand things in the month of April due to presence of Ketu in your 12th house. Still Ketu is moving in your 12th house, but in the month of April, Ketu is taking Mercury. But in the month of April, Mercury is taking Ketu's energy in your Sixth house in the sign of Pisces, where Mercury will be in a retrograde motion till 25th of April. So your enemies will have to face loss due to, because house of loss, house of expenses, Lord will be moving in the house of hidden enemies, in the house of focus, education, argument, fights, competition. Also, your 12th house will get the support of Mercury retrograde in your sixth house from, because retrograde Mercury will aspect your 12th house and give support to your 12th house related matter. If you're interested into some foreign land, or if your work is somehow involving isolation, because isolation is also seen from 12th house. So we can expect these results from Mercury for all the Libra ascendant people in the month of April. Now let's talk about Venus. For all the Libra ascendant people, Venus controls your first house and your eighth house. And right now, Venus is moving in your sixth house in its exalted position. Venus is very important planet for you people, because Venus is your ascendant lord. Right now, your ascendant lord is moving in your sixth house, and right now, present in its exalted position. First house represents you, your personality, your overall aspects of life. First house, your journal nature, your fundamental thinking perception is seen from first house. Your physique, your overall aspects of life, because first house set the map of your chart. That's why ascendant has the most important values in your first house, and ascendant lord is right now moving in your sixth house in exalted position. So that's why we were saying your enemies will be suppressed. You will also able to win your enemies in the month of April if you are dealing with some court case, litigation, argument, fights with your hidden enemies in the month of April. We discussed previously in Sun and Mercury section. Also, Venus controls your eighth house, and one naturally malefic house lord is moving in another naturally malefic house. And when one naturally malefic house lord will be moving in another naturally malefic house, it cancels the negativity of both the houses. It gives good result due to negative always cancels each other out. So you will get great result regarding your hidden enemies related matter, regarding your court case litigation. Things will turn into your favor. Your enemies will have to face defeat in the month of April due to presence of your eighth house lord in your sixth house in exalted position, because Rahu is already suppressing your hidden enemies, your court case litigation, argument, fights in your life due to presence of your Rahu in your sixth house. So we can expect these results from Venus for all the Libras and people in the month of April. Let's talk about Moon. For all the Libras and people, Moon controls your 10th house. And right now, Moon is moving in your fifth house in the sign of Aquarius. The positions of planet you're watching on whiteboard, it's set according to 6th of April. On the basis of 6th April, we are predicting for whole month, because Moon is a very fast moving planet. Moon changes sign in 2.5 days. If we try to predict Moon in single video for every house, then video will get too lengthy and it will be very difficult for us to describe. But here we will try to make you understand how can you judge your Moon transit in your chart easily. So first of all, whenever Moon is moving near 6th, 8th and 12th house, during these days we can expect we may have some issues, problem and difficulties in our life. Because these houses considered as naturally malefic house in astrology. Somehow issues, problem and difficulties are always associated with these houses. And Moon is a very sensitive and delicate planet. Moon gets influenced very easily. Either it is a positive thing or negative thing. Second important thing to judge Moon transit is that whenever Moon is moving near any naturally malefic planet from any house during these days, also we can expect we may have some type of issues, problem and difficulties in our life. And especially issues, problem and difficulties will come from the house significance through which Moon is moving here, naturally malefic planets. And naturally malefic planets are Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, and Mars. So that's the way to judge Moon transit. Now let's talk about Mars. For all the Libras and people, Mars controls your 7th house and your 2nd house. And right now Mars is moving in your 5th house in the sign of Aquarius. Mars will stay here in your 5th house till 23rd of April. After 23rd of April, Mars will move from your 5th house to your 5th house to 6th house in the sign of Pisces. Second house deal with your family history seen from second house, your family lineage, your family values, your speech, your food intake habits is seen. Environment when you are growing up is seen from second house, and all the savings, bank account, money matters, your pocket is seen from second house. Seventh house deal with your marriage, your relationship, your seventh house will be your marriage, your partnership is from seventh house, seventh house will be your marriage, your partnership, your business partnership is from seventh house, how you will meet others and how others perceive you when you will meet others is from seventh house. Your relationships in general also seen from seventh house, your commitment, your legal binding, your agreement things also seen from seventh house. So Mars is taking So right now your second house and seventh house lord is moving in your fifth house. Fifth house and Saturn, your fifth house lord is already moving in your fifth house. So we can expect till Saturn is moving in your fifth house, you will be able to you till Saturn is moving in your fifth house, you may have to put a lot of effort regarding your concentration with your studies, with your children, and etc. etc. Fifth house related matter, because Saturn is a naturally malefic planet and Saturn gives result according to your deeds. So right now Saturn is moving in your fifth house, but right now Saturn is in its own sign. And Mars, your second house and seventh house lord, is also moving in your fifth house. If you are single and you have a sincere love relationship, then we can expect you will also get the chance in the month of April, especially till 23rd of April, so that you can convert your love relationship into your marriage if you are single, and if you have any love relationship. Also, if you are already married and you have children, then we can expect great result regarding your children and regarding your children's education, regarding your children's related matter, mental abilities related matter, and your fun activities related matter till Mars is moving in your fifth house, and Mars will be stay here till 23rd of April. Second house will be the speech. Your house lord is also moving in your fifth house. Your second house lord is also moving in your fifth house, and Mars has the support of Saturn. That's why we can expect great result regarding your money related matter, regarding your speech, savings, and your family related matter in the month of April. So we can expect these results from Mars for all the Libra Ascendant people in the month of April. Now let's talk about solar eclipse. As we discussed previously, so you had solar eclipse in your sixth house on 8th of April, and involving your 11th house lord. 11th house, as we discussed previously, 11th house will be the friend circle, profession, inner circle. Your incoming gains is seen from 11th house. Your fulfillment of hopes and wishes is seen from 11th house. So 11th house lord will having solar eclipse in your sixth house on 8th of April. So you need to be take care of your friendships and your. So this solar eclipse will be very beneficial for you regarding your court case, litigation, argument, fights, related matter, as we discussed previously. If you are in debt right now, then you will able to pay your loans back in the month of April due to occurrence of solar eclipse in your sixth house, due to Rahu is already present in your sixth house. So we can, and one thing is very important to mention here is that it is not necessary you will get the result of solar eclipse on the day of its occurrence. You may find the result of solar eclipse after the 1 week of the occurrence and before the 1 week of the solar eclipse. So we can expect these results from all the planets in the month of April for all the Libra ascendant people. We have 5 major astrological events in the month of April. First of all, as we discussed previously, Sun is right now moving in your sixth house, and Sun will stay in your sixth house till 14th of April. After 14th of April, Sun will move from your sixth house to seventh house in the sign of Aries. Second major astrological event is that Mercury is right now moving in your seventh house, and Mercury is about to turn into its retrograde motion on 2nd of April and will stay retrograde till 25th of April. And Mercury will be in a retrograde motion in your sixth house. Third major astrological event is that Venus is right now moving in your sixth house, and Venus will stay here in your sixth house till 25th of April. After 25th of April, Venus will move from your sixth house to seventh house in the sign of Aries. Fourth major astrological event is that Mars is right now moving in your fifth house, and Mars will stay in your fifth house till 23rd of April. After 23rd of April, Mars will move from your fifth house to sixth house in the sign of Pisces. Fifth and last major astrological event is that you had solar eclipse in your sixth house in the month of April. Our today's video monthly prediction for the month of April 2024 for all the Libra ascendant ends here. I hope you will like this video, and this video will prove very beneficial for you. And if you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video. Till that, Allah Hafiz. Take care.